Well, greetings ladies and gents, welcome to a brand new Let's Play of mine for Desert Kiddo LPs, and it being inevitable of the title that you see in front of you, yes, I am playing Sonic the Hedgehog 2006 for the PlayStation 3. Yes, I'm playing the PlayStation 3 version, which I'm pretty much playing, because I know a lot of you say it's inferior because of the Xbox 360 version, but of course, we're going to do with the whole entire story with this next Let's Play, but of course, let's get the show on the road, shall we? Let's look at those flames and she thinks, holy shit! The whole city's gonna be destroyed! And look at that! That looks like a... well, that looks like a generic Doom monster, that does!
Miss Elise? It's alright. We give thanks for the blessed flames. May we always continue to have peace. Son of Soleanna, guide and watch over us with your eternal light.
Basically, she lights it like as if it's the Olympic flame, basically, of the Olympic Games. Definitely, we recently had the Rio Olympics, didn't we? What is happening? Oh my god! Robots! Oh my god. And guess who had to pop in? Well, guess what? Oh, it's Senior Dr. Eggman. Sorry.
A pleasure to meet you at last, Princess of Soleanna. I am Dr. Eggman. I come here to obtain the secret of the flames of disaster from you. And to take the miracle gems that are the key to its secret, the Chaos Emerald. Now, Princess, this way, please.
So she's not going to do that. But then...
wow, that's a pretty snazzy performance there.
Look at those effects, it's so cool. And watch this move. It's an absolute shame you can't even do that in the actual game. You can't even do that as well. Well, that was so cool. Even a single tap kills a robot.
I'm Sonic. Sonic the Hedgehog.
Not that irritating hedgehog again. Attack!
Oh, and oh my god, he just escaped.
I finally found him. The Iblis Trigger.
Oh, you're going to see this guy a lot, quite a few times in Sonic's story. The whole entire town has been destroyed by Dr. Eggman's rockets and mechs and all that stuff. But in this next cutscene, everything is left intact.
Why are you helping me?
No special reason.
Sonic!
Whoa. You can't even do that homing attack chain in the game as well. God damn it.
I'm afraid our little game ends now.
Sonic! Take this!
And she also sees him here, Chaos Emerald.
I've got it. And don't worry, I'll rescue you.
I know.
It's only a matter of time before it's mine.
Oh, what a
Until
rhyme!
then, you can hold on to it for me.
Oh, that rhymes, Dr. Eggman. That's uncalled for, though. And that's the there goes the flight. There goes the egg carrier. So I was just gonna wait for it to go away, but he lets it get away anyway. Wins and has to wait until morning. You know the story gets off to a good start for Sonic. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to what is considered to be this game's loading screens. And trust me, if you play this game, you're gonna see this a lot. Now, in the PS3 version, in certain areas, it takes longer to load, considering that despite the development time, the game doesn't run as well as it did in the Xbox 360 version. But now we come across to, of course, the hub world in this game, and there are certain areas of interest, especially the shop. We can't use it yet. So the first thing we're going to do is to talk to Tails, which he is right there, by the way.
Tails, long time no see.
I'm glad you're here. I heard that you tried to save their princess from Dr. Eggman.
He tried.
You're going to rescue her, aren't you? Let me help. I may not know what Eggman's up to, but it can't be a good thing.
Okay, with your help, this should be a piece of cake.
I'll do my best.
Yeah, that lip syncing was just, God, it was just pretty bad. I mean, they couldn't even lip sync their movements from the Japanese to if it's the English dubbed version, but it's only done in the Japanese version. But now we speak to this guy called Alberto Robert, who gives us these custom shoes which use mysterious stones of Soleanna, but we won't be able to get them until later on. So of course, welcome to our town mission, and I'm also going to show you what happens when you actually go to a town mission. It loads up whenever you accept it or mandatorily have a go into it. It loads up an instruction of the mission, and then you have the instructions, and then it begins load again. I mean, what on earth? I know this game was rushed to meet a deadline, but come on, at least for the PS3, at least they could have, shortened the loading times or even cut them out. But what? Huh? Rings? No, this has got to be a mistake. This isn't. I'm not playing Superman 64, and I'll never want to. This is Sonic the Hedgehog 2006. I mean, come on, Sega. At least do something a little bit original. But that was pretty easy, and we have to have. Are you kidding me? Another loading time to get to, of course, the person that either hazing you for failing or congratulating you for succeeding, basically. But when you succeed, you actually get to the results screen, which is like this. It's usual stuff like time bonus, ring bonus, or how many rings you got, and you are ranked as usual, like in the like in Adventure 2 and Heroes. And for whatever the rank results, you actually get a load of rings, an amount of rings. So you can actually purchase upgrades from the shop. So the first upgrade I can get in the game is, of course, the light chip, which gives us the light speed dash. I thought this was a natural ability by Sonic Heroes, but of course it does work the same way as what Sonic 2 and Sonic Heroes did. Basically, minus without the annoying charge from Sonic, the original Sonic Adventure. So now we are to our first stage of the game, Wave Ocean, where we can finally get things properly going. So basically, action stages are split into certain segments which need to load, which I'm absolutely horrified at, which I cannot understand why they have to load certain segments. Each segment each segment only fits into one whole level, which has to load each time you get to one segment to another. Basically, it can range either to one, which would be one whole level, or 2 to 4 segments, which will give you to another area. For Sonic, he's got his usual moves. He's got the... For Sonic's moves, he has the homing attack. He has a new move called the leg sweep, can allow him to go through certain areas and destroy enemies. He has the spin dash, but it's not really as useful as it was in Sonic Heroes or Sonic Adventure games at all. And of course, you can do these combo moves, these enemy defeat combos, which will allow you to get more score. And of course, the game. Because unfortunately, that's where the similarities end. Because for some reason, Sonic can do his spin jump to defeat enemies, which kind of really is quite shocking. Because you know, the spin dash was of course a unique classic feature, so Sonic will have to use his homing attack. Alongside that, Sonic's speed is drastically slower than he was in previous games. But now we get across to the Amigo system of this game, and the first one we're going to play is as Tails. In certain areas, you get to play as the characters Amigos, which of course are their allies, heroes. For Sonic, we have Tails, and later on Knuckles. Tails flies, but his ground speed isn't as good as it was. And of course, he uses dummy ring bombs. Now, I know it's not as effective as his tail spin attack from Sonic Adventure 1, or even the spin jump, but at least they're not as bad as what some people know it is. But of course, sometimes dummy ring bombs kind of actually get some more, you know, have a bit more, you know, better, can actually hit a couple more times, which, depending on how much you can actually do a lot of stuff, how much the attack goes. Oh, that's... and it can, of course, also destroy anything. But the biggest disadvantage of the dummy ring bombs is that if you actually lose your rings and you throw dummy ring bombs, then that means you won't be able to know where your rings are, because both the dummy rings and your actual rings, because you actually can only drop 20, which means you can't have all of your rings done at the same time. You can't capture all your rings back again. Yeah, I can't tell which is the real ring and the dummy rings. Now that we saved Sonic from the whale, we can now go on to our Mark Speed section, which in this case we are actually chasing after the egg carrier. The only thing that these Mark segments is that Sonic picks up the pace and starts running incredibly fast. Your only controls is of course moving left and right and jumping, which you can. The only thing I cannot think about the jumping is you can't influence it in mid-air. I mean, not like Sonic Unleashed, Sonic Colors and Sonic Generations, where you can influence Sonic's jumping in mid-air while boosting. No, in this game you can only jump straight forward, which kind of is a bit, which makes it quite stiff. But in other sense, this is a real easy one, and of course but sometimes whenever you actually use the speed dash, you can actually prepare yourself into an object that could make you lose your rings. And also, because look what you did. I actually hit the right spot in order to not jump through those walls, so that I can actually complete the level without even touching the ring or even going off those pillars, which is pretty good, by the way. And that is my first stage S rank. No, actually I've got 2 S ranks so far, also counting the mission. So we cleared the Act mission, and we get gold medals for clearing the Act mission and getting it with an S rank. Well, that was a waste of time. The egg carrier flies off anyway. Here's a feather.
It looks like the princess was moved to another location. Let's head back to the city.
Well, Sonic realizes that hey, it's been a waste of time, decides to go back anyway. Ugh! So of course, now that whole thing was a waste of time, it is time for us to actually do another town mission. This time around, it's called Shadow of Eggman's Mechs. This one is, of course, this one is the first of many Mook rushes in this game. The objective is to destroy all of the enemies, with either being Eggman's robots or anything that or any of the hell Iblis monsters that appear later on in the game, which appear in the futuristic zones in Sonic's story, for that matter. So basically, it's nothing more than just defeating all of the enemies. It's defeating every enemy. You'll be able to you'll complete the mission. This one is definitely an easy mission because you have to just defeat every enemy, nothing else. It's so self-explanatory, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that we've done this Mook Rush, we got another S rank. 3 S ranks in one part. I'm amazed. Okay, so now that we've done that Mook Rush, we're gonna go back to the shop to get pick up our next upgrade. And what on earth happened to Tails? He fell into the canal. Anyone could fall in the canal. But anyway, we got the anti-gravity upgrade, which of course is the slide attack. It allows you to actually slide. So basically, sliding can actually work wonders on small enemies, especially the slide kick. Oh, we get the accordion player. So let's have a look at the song, shall we? Briefly. Beautiful Elise this is. Okay, I've had enough. Let's go and see where we jump. Let's go. So we're off to our next destination, which is of course Dusty Desert, but unfortunately, we can't gain access until we actually save this girl on top of the rooftop. Because she wanted to know where Dr. Eggman had taken Princess Elise. Which is which is helpful, I guess. Okay, so with that being said, we're going to go off to Dusty Desert. We'll do that next time. So, of course, with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next part. It seems like Elise has been kidnapped by Dr. Eggman because of a certain secret inside her that he wants to give. Sonic tried to save her, but it was in vain as Dr. Eggman kidnapped her anyway. Tails and Sonic managed to try and get to the egg carrier, but were too late to stop it. As a result of this, they have to go to the Dusty Desert to try and save her. What will happen next? Tune in next time on the next episode of Sonic's Story in Sonic the Hedgehog 2006.
Come on, let the fuse, he's a rocket and he's ready to go. Cause now the countdown has started and he's ready to blow. He's got the dope sound.